Have you ever noticed that one friend who always spills their coffee, misses every bus, and somehow gets stuck in every single traffic jam? Meanwhile, someone else seems to breeze through life, catching green lights and lucky breaks. Is it really luck, or is something else going on? Today, we're diving into the surprising psychology behind why some people always seem unlucky. And I promise you, by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly what separates the unlucky from the lucky, and it's not what you think. Here's what we're covering. First, we'll bust the biggest myth about luck. Then, we'll explore the real science behind why some people attract more bad breaks than others. We'll look at your brain, your habits, and even your mood. And finally, I'll give you simple tricks to flip your own luck starting today. Let's get into it. Let's start with a myth. Most people think luck is random, like a coin flip from the universe. But researchers who study luck found something wild. Luck is not random at all. It's a pattern, and patterns can be changed. In the 1990s, a psychologist named Richard Wiseman ran an experiment. He gathered people who called themselves lucky and people who called themselves unlucky. He gave them all the exact same task: read a newspaper and count the photographs inside. The unlucky group took much longer. Why? Because on the second page, in huge letters, there was a message that said, "Stop counting. There are 43 photographs in this newspaper." The lucky people noticed it right away and finished in seconds. The unlucky people missed it completely. They were so focused on the task that they didn't see the big opportunity sitting right in front of them. This is section 1. Unlucky people often miss what's obvious, not because they're less intelligent, but because their brains are locked into tunnel vision. They're so focused on their goal or their stress that they filter out anything unexpected. And in life, unexpected things are often exactly where opportunities hide. Now here's section 2. Unlucky people tend to make faster, more anxious decisions. Think about it. If you're constantly stressed or rushing, you don't stop to think things through. You grab the first job offer instead of comparing 3. You take the first parking spot even if it's a tight squeeze. Fast decisions feel efficient, but they often lead to more mistakes. Lucky people, on the other hand, tend to relax a bit more. That calmness gives their brain space to notice details and think clearly before acting. Moving to section 3, mindset shapes what you notice. This is where it gets interesting. Our brains are wired to filter reality based on what we expect. If you believe you're unlucky, your brain starts hunting for evidence to prove it. You'll remember the one red light you hit, but forget the 10 green lights you sailed through. This is called confirmation bias, and it quietly builds your entire sense of luck without you realizing it. Section 4 is about social behavior. Wiseman's research also showed that self-described lucky people are more social. They talk to strangers. They say yes to random invitations. They put themselves in more situations where chance can work in their favor. Unlucky people, often without meaning to, isolate themselves. Fewer interactions mean fewer chances for a random opportunity to land in their lap. Now, section 5, resilience after failure. Here's something powerful. Lucky people are not people who never fail. They fail plenty. The real difference is how they respond. Instead of thinking, "This always happens to me," they think, "Okay, that didn't work. What's next?" This mindset keeps them moving forward, while an unlucky mindset can trap people in a loop of blame and frustration, making them miss the next good opportunity because they're still upset about the last bad one. And finally, section 6, the anxiety trap. When you're anxious, your body enters a stress response. Your vision literally narrows. This is useful if you're escaping danger, but in everyday life, it means you miss subtle cues, like a friendly face in the crowd or a shortcut you would have normally noticed. Chronic stress can quite literally make you miss your own luck. All right, let's get to some fun facts. Fact number 1. In Wiseman's studies, lucky people scored higher on tests measuring how relaxed and open-minded they were, even though intelligence scores were basically the same between groups. Fact number 2. Some psychologists say luck can be trained in just a few weeks by simply changing daily habits, which we'll talk about right now. Fact number 3. People who journal about small positive moments each day start noticing more of them within just days, because the brain gets better at spotting whatever it practices looking for. So how can you use this in your own life? Try this simple experiment for 1 week. Each morning, tell yourself, I'm going to notice something good today. That's it. This trains your brain to scan for opportunities instead of only scanning for problems. Also, say yes to one small, unexpected thing this week, whether that's a conversation with a stranger or an invite you'd normally skip. Remember, luck isn't magic. It's attention, mindset, and behavior working together. Small shifts in how you notice the world can completely change what kind of luck you experience. If this video opened your eyes even a little, hit that like button, subscribe for more mind-blowing psychology breakdowns, and drop a comment telling me the luckiest or unluckiest thing that's ever happened to you. I read every single one. Coming up next, we're exploring why your brain actually loves bad news more than good news, and how that secretly shapes your entire mood every single day. Trust me, you don't want to miss that one. See you in the next video.